long and prosperous.
I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
Shut up and take my money.
I grab Thar's hammer. What a saving.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
X never, ever marks the spot.
Winter is coming.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Stay a while and listen.
Hey, old Kermit the Frog here.
Bow ties are cool.
So say we all.
This is a Play on Nerds.
Welcome everyone to our very special 250th episode of A Play on Nerds. I can't believe it. We're going
250.
Oh my gosh.
How the shit?
We're halfway to 500. I mean, come on.
I thought that's how we're measuring now. Quarter way to 1,000, everyone.
And if you consider all of the other things we've done, Sappy Crap, we've done the Muppet Trek,
you had stuff and things. We had a short-lived gaming thing. We brought on other writers at one point.
Yeah,
like
2 episodes of the film one. What was it called? Real Opposition.
Real Opposition.
I mean, come on.
I'm pretty sure that between all of that, we have well over 400, maybe 450 entries in the can.
Oh
realistically.
Absolutely. But I think
crazy. Well, yeah, halfway to 500. Finally.
That's what we're trying to get for. So appropriately, we're going to go back to something we've been doing for a while now. Every year. For a while now, we've been doing a recap and review of what happens at San Diego Comic-Con. Typically, especially the trailers that come out, because they talk about the TV shows, the movies. So we're doing a roundup of all the trailers that pretty much came out that we could see anyway, that are available online for San Diego Comic-Con. So I hope you'll join us for that.
Yeah, this is my favorite season, when trailers fall like leaves off a tree.
Because we have so many episodes where we're like, there is a dearth of anything happening right now.
They're all in February, all of them.
Yes. So we have a lot of trailers to talk about. But before we do that, exciting. Steve, what have you been up to? It's been a while since we had a couple of weeks off there, folks, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, we're sorry. We didn't mean to leave you, but both life happened. I literally forgot I had a vacation, like just forgot, or like maybe we talked about it a long time ago and we had the best intents to have enough episodes in the can.
I think we did.
We just didn't. We just didn't think about it or didn't do it. So I had a vacation. We went to Ricketts Glen State Park, which is sort of in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. It's known for its beautiful waterfalls, which were astounding. And it is where my parents met and fell in love when my father was a park ranger and my mother was the chaplain for the park.
That sounds like one of the books I narrate, honestly.
Yeah, they did. Are there gay werewolves?
No,
no.
It's a meet cute between a park ranger and a chaplain. I mean, come on, that's perfect.
I mean, that is perfect. But yeah, my dad supposedly played Smokey the Bear a little bit and did some family events with my mom because of it, and that's how they met and they fell in love and they got married. So we got to go and see the little amphitheater where they got married, which was a handful of benches, realistically. But they have a beautiful lake beach the kids really got to enjoy, and beautiful. Once again, the waterfalls were incredible.
Nice. Weather was okay.
A nice big. We got hit by those crazy storms that came through the Northeast, and then the smoke from Canada. So we had one day or day and a half where it was pretty rough, but otherwise it was pretty darn good.
That's why we have random tariffs now in Canada, is because of the smoke that came over, I think.
Hey, they refuse to rake their forests.
Oh, my God.
But then since then, just getting back into the swing at work and bracing because school is almost upon us all of a sudden.
That's right.
3 weeks left in summer vacation for the kids.
I think some around here in Florida, it's next week they start up. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Florida starts so early. That being said, they get out early, too. I remember us always being out like, the second or third week of May.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's because it gets too hot.
It does. Get those kids out of here.
What have you been up to in our month hiatus?
Well, in the combination of him having a vacation that we forgot about, and then also my kid got RSV, which is, I forget what it stands for, rotavirus something maybe.
Really shitty virus.
Yeah, really shitty virus. And what's great is that they have a vaccine for it, and he got both, I think, 2 rounds of it before he got this. But then what they told us is that it's one of those ones that he can still get it, but it will be much less drastic than if he didn't have the vaccine. So, and it was still rough. And my wife works in a children's hospital, and she sees kids in there all the time, ones who didn't get the vaccine, who either are in intensive care or some who've passed away. So he was just had a really rough flu for like a week and a half. It sucked. And just having to have him home. And luckily my wife had some time off. She could take some time off work to be with him so I could still work. And because I don't have days off really as a freelancer. So thankfully she had some paid days off. And that made me get behind on work. And so I told Steve the next time, I was like, I have nothing. I can't do this week. I'm sorry. Everything's horrible. And then right after he gets better, I had the Villains and Vixens convention here in Orlando, my first book convention ever, where I got to be a guest as a narrator and had a booth and everything with my name on it, and got to be on a couple panels where I talked about being a narrator and people asked questions. And then the Friday night of the convention, I got to be part of this bingo event where it was run by one of these veteran narrators, and he let us all other narrators sit at the panel, and we would we basically roll like a virtual wheel and say a phrase that are typical from books that we narrate, a lot of romance books, in different voices. So we'd roll a thing for a voice, and we'd roll a thing for the phrase we would say, and then people would cross it off their bingo sheets, and they'd call bingo if they got bingo, and they got prizes like books and things like that. And so the next day I set up my booth again, and lots of folks came up and said, I saw you at bingo last night. Your voice is so good. And I had the biggest ego boost because people were treating me like more like a celebrity at that point. And I even got people coming over, seeing the books that I had narrated, and they brought their copy of the book with them, and they had me sign it. And I wasn't prepared for that. So I didn't even have like markers or anything. And like, oh, you can take mine here. You can keep it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I had like the silver pen you like sign your name with. And I realized quickly I had a narrator sitting next to me who was he's a little further along his career than me. I was like, oh my God, I don't have like a good signature for this kind of stuff. And so I had to think of like, what am I going to write on these books? And so I quickly like was practicing before the next person came up like with a cooler looking signature than I actually have. And I guess I'm stuck with that now because it's on like 5 books that are out there. So we'll see what happens with that.
Nah, there's a lot of stuff like that, though, where, they look at famous signatures as people specialize in that. So they're like, well, this is early in Mickey Mantle's career.
Yeah, you're right.
You can tell because he was still swooping his D's. Like, there's that kind of shit.
That was during his Coke addiction.
Yes. So, it'll just make it more rare if your signature isn't settled yet.
That's true.
And for you, I think really, as long as you can make a discernible J and D, it doesn't really matter.
That's what I figured out. Like I do a J and a scribble for a Jarman that kind of goes off to the side, and then underneath the J to the right underneath a big D, and then a small DAY. And I think it looks kind of cool. And I was like, okay, that works. I can put that.
Yeah,
on
like
crap.
a swoopy Y. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, swoopy Y. Yeah, that's good.
Well, that's cool. That's good exposure.
Yeah, and I got to meet a lot of narrators I've worked with who were there on books I've done, and I made a friend of the guy who I've done a few books with who was there. He's done like 600 books, and I've only done like 150. And so he was like the nicest guy I could have ever met.
Hey, that's halfway to 300.
Halfway to 300. But we're like texting back and forth now. His name is Gregory Salinas, folks. You want to look him up. He has like 600 books, and he's done romance and some other stuff like for years now. But anyways, it was a lot of fun. We went to parties at the end there, and just got to, they had a burlesque show, and it was just a lot of fun to do. So I'll definitely be doing another one at some point. But yeah, that was
Make sure to take a pen this time.
Yes, I'll remember to take a pen and be prepared for people to actually want my signature, which is crazy. And there's a book I'm doing, a 3-book series with that Gregory Salinas guy that's coming out soon. It's all about these guys who are in a gang who wear these like bird masks. They're called the Hawks. And the representative for the author was there at the convention, and she had a customized mask made for me and Greg, because he was in the book series too, to put on and take a picture for their social media. So I posed with like the mask on. It was really strange, but it was fun. So there's
I think you might have been sexually abused, man.
I think so, maybe.
Put on this bird mask, strike a pose.
Do it, monkey.
Can I leave the hotel room now?
So I was posing as my character from the book. It was unusual, but I did a couple like voice samples for people too, and it was interesting. Yeah, it was
Okay.
weird to feel like a little mini celebrity for like a weekend.
Okay, well, hopefully you see something on the back end of this, more downloads, more looks.
Yeah, and I got 2 emails from authors afterwards, one publisher, mini publisher, to do some auditions for them after this convention happened. So it does lead to jobs. So because I can't really sell anything, so it does something. So that's fun. Yeah,
get your money.
Yeah.
What you do is you sell $5 custom voicemails.
I thought about that. Yeah, because
I think that's the easy win here.
People don't really do voicemail anymore, but maybe just like voice recordings they can have, like that kind of thing,
Well, no, people don't have it. Well, here's the thing. It exists. But
Right.
You're right. Most people, when you call, well, now it's friggin' Apple. It's the voice like, please state your name and the reason for your call, and I will see if they're available to take it. And it's
it's like an assistant or something.
It doesn't assist me at all.
Nope. But yeah, like cameo request, but just for my voice instead of a video or something that could do something like that.
Yeah, see, now you're thinking, but then you just got to find the right price point where people actually do it.
Yeah.
$5 feels right.
Depending on length, you could do $5 for this length, $10 for this length, maybe something like that. I don't know.
Or, how about this? They write up to 3 sentences and you'll say them for $5.
Yes. If I could just get something that pays for my convention trip, I don't need to make money off the convention, but if they were like neutral where I didn't lose money on them, then that would make
I don't know. You hear about these celebrities going to conventions and like leaving with trash bags filled with 20s.
And they just make so much money though. All those 20s
it's all
add
cash
up.
too.
Yeah. No taxes.
Man, I want a trash bag full of 20s.
But anyways, that brings us, I think, some nerdy news. Uh-huh.
It's time for Nerdy News.
All right. This week's nerdy news, my cheeky name for my cheeky story is Lick, Lick, Lick. Let's roll that back one more time. Lick, Lick, Lick.
You.
Scientists observed 53 multi-cat households, and specifically looking at how and when grooming occurs between cats. And while classically seen as a sign of affection, grooming might be a little bit more nefarious. There is affectionate grooming, which is most often seen with both cats are relaxed and they've got similar body postures and they often lead to cuddling or playing. But then there's another kind of grooming that's like tense, aggressive grooming. And it shows very different signs. One cat will like lean or loom over the other one while grooming them aggressively. The receiving cat has flattened ears like it would if it was being attacked and shows signs of like visual discomfort. And then grooming sometimes in this case escalates into swatting, biting, or one cat just leaving.
It's like
but
abuse.
What purpose could this possibly serve? Well, passive-aggressive grooming, they think, is there to encourage other cats to move away, predominantly from like a preferred location, a resting spot, or someplace that has a resource, in order to avoid a more obvious and larger confrontation and fight. So literally, one cat annoys the other until it goes away. And this is an evolutionary thing that they think.
That's kind of good conflict resolution right there.
Right. And it may be because this leads to less physical or damaging attacks. It might be something that's developed through social hierarchy. And I get a real kick out of it because my cats do this, and this finally explains it, where they will like aggressively groom each other and then get into fights. Like it's on the surface, it looks really sweet until you realize like he just won't stop licking her in the face. Oh, she doesn't like that. Well, now it's an evolutionary imperative for cats to annoy the hell out of each other.
To avoid those fights, hopefully.
To avoid having a bigger fight.
Doesn't always work.
That's how it works with my wife, too.
Just lick her like crazy till she.
I just annoy the shit out of her to make her go away so we don't get into fisticuffs.
Must be working.
Dude, I know she has a knife in her boot. You know, you don't want to mess with that.
There's a snake in my boot.
There is. Also a switchblade. So yeah, that is lick, lick, lick.
Fantastic.
Well, I think that brings us to our yearly coverage of San Diego Comic-Con trailer extravaganza.
So many.
So these, we found a video. We probably should credit it I don't know. But really, that's the order we're going to go through these in, is the order they were on this video.
There's a couple out there that
off.
are the same length, like 38 minutes, I think it was. And like they're like the same.
Yeah.
So I think it's about the same for most videos out there. You're fine. If it's 38 minutes,
And I feel like there were some late trailers that kind of showed up late to the game or a day or two after.
Maybe.
So I feel like there's been a lot of other trailers this week that have also hit that won't be on this list. So the first one, Blade Runner 2029.
2099.
2259. 2099. It looks beautiful. Like the visuals look incredible.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what the plot's going to be. Like there really wasn't. Like Michelle Yeoh's there. That's exciting.
I heard some of the narration saying like the replicants have taken over. So now it's kind of flipped where the humans aren't in charge anymore. It's basically the replicants are now in charge. And then I had read, so I think I mixed some of that up after I read about like the plot breakdown that the main character, I forgot the actress's name. She's actually a human going undercover as a replicant to try to to reverse things. But obviously it's not going very well because in the trailer she's getting beaten up to hell. And,
yeah, gets her head bashed in.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting for sure.
That being said, I do not care about or for Blade Runner. I recognize it's a classic. I recognize the technical achievement it took to deliver it. What a boring movie. And then the second one has Jared Leto. And I don't think I need to say any more than that.
So I would say the first one I thought was great to watch once because you're right. It's just kind of slow. It's very arty. It's got great monologues, great acting from Harrison Ford and Rutger Hauer. And the I forgot the actress.
Do you know Rutger Hauer wrote that Tears in the Rain monologue because he just didn't like what was there?
And it was beautiful what he wrote.
Incredible.
Probably because he's Swedish and they know how to be angsty and existential.
Rutger Hauer, you glorious bastard.
But yeah, so it's a classic. It's like those things like I've seen, what's the name of the movie that everyone says is the best movie ever made?
Das Boot.
Rosebud, the sled.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah, like Citizen Kane. I watched it once. I don't need to watch it again.
We're good.
But then 2049 with Ryan Gosling, I thought was pretty fun and maybe the last decent movie that Jared Leto was in, even though he wasn't great in it. But like that movie was okay. It was more fun than Blade Runner. But then this one at least is a TV series, so it's kind of like maybe it'll move along at a more kind of like episodical.
It'll give them the opportunity to tell a different kind of story, maybe.
Yeah. And I like it. Frankly, I like that the giant franchise has cast a trans actress as the main person in this big budget show, which is pretty cool. She was from Euphoria, and the people wanted her to play Princess Zelda because they put side by side pictures of like recent Zelda cards.
Well,
looked almost exactly.
She is
like
a very elfish looking individual.
Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. They cast very young people, so it makes sense. They didn't cast old enough people for that to happen. But yeah, anyways, that has things going for it. But you're right. I'm not big into it's just too dark and depressing of a universe for me. I'm just like, I need to watch happier shows in the little limited time I have now with a kid. I'm like, I don't have time to be depressed.
Fair. All right. Well, that leads us to the next one. Some would say the belle of the ball for this SDCC, and that's Avengers Doomsday.
Yes.
Finally, the next major entry in the MCU. So my feeling on this felt like generic, and I watched it a few times because I wanted to sort of pinpoint why. Like I couldn't figure out why it felt generic. And it's because for the like Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, we had been tracing these huge stories with these characters through multiple movies and getting inklings and droplets, and we had big emotional investments in Iron Man and in Thor and in Hulk and in Black Widow, and then them all being on screen at the same time was incredible. Like I remember, Endgame, like the moment where everyone shows up was like, yeah, like you could feel the energy. And I feel like they didn't do any of the legwork to make this happen. And now they're just all on screen together. And I'm like, what? Yeah. I guess I care about the Fantastic Four
from that one movie
and
that was
the blue people from the last Wakanda movie. And Ah, cool. It's the Thunderbolts or the new Avengers. I don't really know. I think that is what made it feel generic.
And we had Thanos from like the jump, like he was in like the post-credit scene really early on, and so they built up Thanos for such a long time, and now we lost Kang like very abruptly, and so we're just thrown to this new character that no one knows anything about. I mean, except from people from the comics, of course. But so it's just like, there's no build up. They have to kind of produce that all in one movie, and I don't know how they're going to do that successfully. It's just kind of, and also what you said, generic. I thought looks wise generic too, because so many fake AI trailers had come out before this one came out that people were saying were real, and I was like, no, these are all AI. And then this one came out without any fanfare. Like the first trailer came out like before SDCC, and I was like, oh, that's just another AI trailer. And then I found out it was the real trailer. I'm like, oh, that's the real trailer. I thought that was just another AI trailer because it's so much CGI slop that we just like, I could barely tell the difference that it wasn't an AI trailer. So it's like, okay.
And my other issue is like, even watching the trailer, you could tell from positioning that like a lot of these people just weren't ever in the same place with each other.
Oh yeah. It's awkward.
Like there's this scene where it's like Thunderbolts on the left and then Fantastic Four sort of in the middle. And then on the right is the remainder of the Avengers. And I was like, none of those people are in the same location.
Nope.
You can feel it. You can feel it in the shot that they are not.
And there's gaping holes where there's probably other characters standing there. Like they just took them out for the trailer, so you don't want to spoil things. And
so, now mind you, I'll go see this. I am excited. I'm excited for the possibility that Dr. Doom could be the villain that carries the next chapter. I don't think he's going to be a one and done villain. I think them throwing Robert Downey Jr. in there has kind of guaranteed that. I
think the opposite, actually. Surprisingly.
What?
I think that this is going to be a one and done reset of the universe so they can streamline things. And they only got Robert Downey Jr. to come back because they told him during this one movie, and you're going to reset the universe into one. We're going from multiverse to one universe. That's kind of what he did in the comics. He kind of consolidated the whole multiverse into one world. And that way there's no more multiverse. Everything's streamlined and Doomsday is defeated and we move on. I mean, I don't know. It could be wrong.
In that case, then I think they'll save that for Secret Wars then.
Possibly, yeah.
Because Secret Wars is where he takes all the different planets and meshes them together, makes his own world.
Oh, is that when that happens in Secret Wars?
Yeah, Secret Wars, and then basically makes everyone fight.
Battle World or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, Battle World. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe.
At least, you're right. Maybe a Secret Wars.
I could be okay with
done.
that. Yeah. That being said, I am excited to see the X-Men in there. Mystique, Gambit, Cyclops. There's probably other people we haven't seen that will show up.
Jean Grey in some capacity.
Rumor is she's in the new Spider-Man.
Yeah. A big thing I'm thinking, which I didn't even know happened, was that in the Ironheart TV show, apparently the post-credit scene from that show that already came out like last year, I never saw the show.
It was just okay.
But Mephisto was apparently revealed in that as Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, by Sacha Baron Cohen.
And he's a huge part of this entire Doomsday arc and Doomsday in general, because he's the one who killed or who gave his Doomsday's mother the devil deal that made Doomsday, Victor Von Doom, as smart and as capable as he was. She's like, she was dirt poor and she wanted to make a deal with Mephisto to make it so her son wouldn't have to live this way and could become a great man. And so basically that's how Doomsday became who he was. And also that's part of his thing is that his mom is then killed or whatever. And so his whole revenge thing is that he wants to make it so there's a world where his either mother's alive or no incursions happen anymore. And also he'd want to be angry at Mephisto for making this deal in the first place. And so the fact that they introduced Mephisto is important, but strange they did in this show that practically no one watched, which is unfortunate, but I don't know. So it's strange.
So yeah, I'll go see it, but I'm not even going to say optimistic. I'm just cautious.
I just hope there's some character development and not just all CGI slop crap.
And if it is CGI slop crap, they better be just kicking the shit out of each other the entire time. That is the only thing that's going to redeem this, if we get to see cool fights that we've been dreaming about for 20 years.
Just done well, hopefully.
Right.
Yep.
All right, next one up, Resident Evil. Yes. Again.
A reboot, I guess?
Yeah. I don't know if this is supposed to be in the same universe as the Resident Evil that came out like 2 years ago.
Or Mila Jovovich's universe. I doubt that's
Yeah,
involved.
God, I hope not. But this actually looks good.
Yes.
I like that they're reducing the scale. That's always been my issue with the Resident Evils, is just too big.
Mhm.
Like
At the
things
get-go.
that are great about zombie films is the intimacy of
Makes it
those
scary.
moments. So I like that it has a slightly, we'll say, lighter tone, certainly more comical.
Yeah, that's true.
It's taking itself a little bit less seriously. It seems very self-aware.
I love right from the get-go, since he sees things going weird, he's stuck in this house without a phone, and he's immediately doing what you do in the game is he salvages a weapon off the wall. He's searching for bullets for that weapon. Like, that's exactly what you do in the game. Like, you'd search for, it's a survival game, so you don't have all this stuff available. There's not machine guns like in all the old Resident Evil movies and stuff. You have to like find just spare bullets, like in a dark house.
So I'm optimistic for this. I like the tone that they are setting in the trailer.
And the director did some good horror movies. I'm forgetting the names of them now, but they were really scary. I saw one or two of them.
Did he do Weapons?
He did guy. Yeah, I didn't see Weapons, but I saw the other one he did, which was
Weapons, Barbarian.
That was really creepy and weird and interesting. So it's just filmed really well. Like, these are good, like, artistic movies. And the fact that this one's kind of funny is even better. Like, that's great. Like, it's not taking itself too seriously. So yeah, I'm for that one.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm more excited for this than Avengers Doomsday, kind of.
A little bit here too.
All right, next up, I think a television show.
Yes.
From the DCU, Lanterns.
Yes.
I like that it's a show. It's going to give them a chance to tell more of the story and tell different types of stories than they could with a movie.
Because it's a big story. The Lanterns is a giant thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole thing is going to be like, I guess, a passing of the torch, a passing of the lantern style story, if I had to guess, which sets us up for more seasons, more exploration. I don't understand what universe this is in. I've kind of lost track of the DCU in that regard.
This one is officially in the Superman, Supergirl universe because it has the same. What do you call it? Lantern. Nathan Fillion. That was in
Nathan Fillion's
Superman.
the binder there.
Yeah.
Which, mind you, I loved him. He was like, that was one of the better parts of the most recent Superman.
Hilarious.
So, I'm excited for the DCU to like try to get it right.
Me too. I want them. I want them to
Everyone's
succeed.
been rooting for them for such a long time, and Supergirl, not great.
I haven't seen it yet.
Not great. And Superman, while good, was different.
Yeah.
And it felt not commercial in a lot of ways that I'm not sure will make the DCU successful.
I liked the tone of it a lot. It didn't quite, the actual story.
Yes, but
didn't do
I've
it for
already
me.
seen 3 Guardian of the Galaxy movies.
Yeah, and then that's what Supergirl wasn't it just like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a lot of the same tonal feels, even the same like sort of visual design in a lot of ways too, for that matter.
I think Lanterns has a much more cop show feel to it than a Guardians feel.
Literally on Earth, but yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm excited to see what the DCU can bring us.
Yeah. Hopefully good actors.
All right. Next up, Matchbox.
Oh boy.
I wrote down, it feels like they couldn't get the rights to Fast and Furious, so they just slapped another label on a script for Fast and Furious.
Now, it said this is the Hasbro movie, but I thought Hasbro was Hot Wheels. I thought they were doing...
Oh, no, Mattel. It was Mattel.
Oh, Mattel, not Hasbro. Okay. So
yeah,
Mattel has Matchbox cars, and then Hasbro has Hot Wheels, probably.
I think so, yeah. A bunch of friends who used to play with toy cars, and they do a flashback and they're like 14, and I'm like, what? No, that's no,
too old.
14-year-olds aren't playing with cars like that.
4-year-olds are
they
playing
meet
with
up and one of them's a secret agent and they all have to drive cars.
Yeah.
And like 2 or 3 of them are the funny guy. I don't I don't know. What a trash looking thing.
I will say that compared to a lot of other complete trash movies, the jokes did kind of hit a couple times. They were like, okay, that's actually amusing, decent timing, good writing. That guy who is like the main jokester in the trailer, he's in Ted Lasso and other comedic stuff. I forgot his name. American guy.
Jessica Biel, still a smoke show.
Oh my goodness, yes. At least there's that.
At least.
Yeah. John Cena can be good or bad playing the movie.
I don't know what to. Yeah. So no, I won't see this. I probably wouldn't even stream this. Like, there's nothing that draws me to see this movie.
Like, it doesn't even feel that much for kids. It's supposed to be like a movie about toys, but then it doesn't even feel like that much for kids. It's weird.
No.
It's a miss.
All right, next one, a new trailer. There have been plenty, but the newest and final trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is debuting this week, the week after Comic-Con. I think they're exposing too much about this movie. I think they're showing too much, which makes me think that either there's even more, so they're not really tipping their hand too much, or they're really nervous about pulling it off.
I've heard a couple reviewers on TikTok who gave spoiler-free reviews for the movie saying, I'm not going to say a lot because that's what they said. I'm not going to say a lot because there are characters that you won't know about to see the movie. So we all know the Sadie Sink character is a mystery, but people think it might be Jean Grey. But they said there's multiple characters that are secret that you wouldn't know about till you see it. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So maybe there are more things than we think that are going to be revealed.
Well, I think Sadie Sink is absolutely Jean Grey.
It seems that way.
And I think that Sadie Sink is going to be the thread that pulls us into the New Mutant universe.
Hopefully. And somehow
Whatever
shows how
is.
we're going to have new versions of them that are younger when we're pulling the old ones in Doomsday like a few months later. So it's weird.
I don't know. I think it could be that she got pushed through a multiverse into our reality through something. She needs Spider-Man's help or something. And then for all we know, she could pull him through to her multiverse, and then bam, in the incursions.
Yeah.
He gets reunited with his people through their dimension when they collide or whatever, you know.
And he screwed with the
It's all
multiverse
magic.
a few times himself, so he's probably tainted with multiversal weirdness, you know.
Yeah, he got that stank.
He's that multiversal stank.
But I'm excited for Spider-Man. I get to go see it on Sunday. I talked the kids into going to see it.
Oh, cool.
Correction, Joyce said, no, I don't want to go see that. And Dilly was like, I'll go see it. And Joyce went, fine, I'll go see it. So
I'm not going to miss out on it. You guys are both seeing it.
Yeah, she was mad that Dilly was going.
That's how siblings work.
All right. So no, not a superhero movie, a super villain movie from another one from DCU, Clayface.
Yes.
And this is another one where I don't know which Batman universe this is in.
So this is in the same universe as Lanterns. I only know this from watching YouTube videos about this exact thing. But this is a bad
Superman
sign.
is established in this universe, but Batman is not established in this universe?
Not as of yet. They haven't said that Batman doesn't exist in the new DCU. Just they haven't mentioned him yet. So he might already be around. They just haven't.
I'm just surprised. Like, I know the Robert Pattinson thing was so separate, but it was also a big success.
And they're making another one, I thought. Or did they already make the second one? I don't remember.
It feels like they should just roll with that. If you have a successful Batman and it tonally, actually that one doesn't tonally match this.
Yeah, that's a problem. And that's so they said this Clayface, and they met in the video, and they was talking to Sean Gunn or James Gunn, talking about how this Clayface is the first dark thing he's making in the DCU, his new DCU. So this is in the regular main universe, not in one of the weird Batman verses that we have.
And then Joker with Joaquin Phoenix is an entirely different thing.
Yep. Thank God, because that's terrible
good,
crap.
The second one of those movies did not do good. So it looks interesting. It looks like Darkman is what I wrote. It does.
Down. It feels like Darkman.
It really
too.
looks like Darkman. It has a lot of the same like character beats and moments that you can see in the trailer too.
Our younger listeners who don't exist will be like, "What's Darkman?" But don't worry about it.
Liam Neeson, baby, younger
I'm so
than
dark.
you've ever seen him.
A certain set of dark skills.
So once again, I'm excited to see what the DCU is becoming because I dig this vibe far more than I dug Superman. Same thing with Lanterns. I dig that vibe far more than Superman.
I like the vibe of everything I've seen from the Sean Gunn stuffs or James Gunn stuffs, like the Peacemaker so far has been a very
Peacemaker
tone. It's been all great. I love it. And I like that Superman was really bright and happy. And then I like that they're doing Lanterns, which will be kind of more of a mid-grade, kind of like thriller, kind of cop type of show. And then have a Clayface, which is kind of darker horror type of deal, body horror even. I like that they're varying it up. That's what people were complaining about the MCU. They all felt exactly the same. So I kind of like that these are all different vibes for something for everybody, basically. Yeah.
Talking about something for everybody, including dwarves and elves, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power Season 3. And my first note is, I thought this was canceled.
No, it wasn't canceled. It's like their flagship show on Amazon Prime, man.
Sunk cost exchange. They were like, we've already put $3 billion into this. We can't stop now.
They're going to hold on to that IP with an iron grip. Like,
oh yeah. The first 2 seasons were such a mixed bag. There are genuine moments that I really, really dug. And I really dug some of the world building, expansion, however you want to phrase it, the fleshing out that they did. But in between it was so much nonsense.
The problem is, as a Lord of the Rings, fan myself, and I'm re-listening to the Silmarillion right now with Andy Serkis's narration because I haven't heard it yet. And I read the books forever ago. So much of it is on the lore and so much of it is off that it's very confusing for me to watch the show because I'm like, that happened 200 years later, but they're putting it right now. And they're mixing timelines all over the place because they don't have the rights to everything. And so it's a very confusing show for a fan to watch. So I'd be very interested to know someone who knows nothing about Lord of the Rings to watch this show and be like, oh, okay, this all makes sense.
Get out of it.
Or is it just as confusing for people to watch who had never read before? I don't know. It's confusing.
Yeah. And I think my big issue is that, like, Sauron, such an imposing figure in the Peter Jacksons and always personified as so dark. And now he's just a white guy. Like, there's nothing intimidating about that.
Well, they missed their opportunity because it explicitly explains his journey of what he looks like. It's important what he looks like because he can change his form depending on his goals. And there's one long phase, probably like 100 years in the books, but they just compress it all into like one little week or month in this show, where he becomes a fair-skinned elf, basically like an elf, to fool the people of Numenor that he's just a regular elf, but like a beautiful, beautiful man. Like, just like everyone is just enraptured by what he says. And so he tricks everyone into helping him. And that didn't really happen in the show. So they missed opportunity to have I like the idea of him being like a ruffian that she meets in the sea. That was cool. It didn't happen in the book, but that's fine. And then making him transform maybe into a different actor who's just absolutely beautiful and everyone has listened to him. And then when he has this season, he's supposed to kind of be like defeated and run off and have to reform into his battle one that you see in the Lord of the Rings in the movies.
Yeah.
This is when he's supposed to be reformed into that, where he's like into this, he's just built for battle. He's not trying to deceive anymore. He's just going to kick people's asses.
Right, dominate.
Instead, they have the same actor playing all forms of that, and there's no big transition from one form to the other. So it's kind of like, what? You lost an opportunity there, I thought. It kind of sucks.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this will be the one that brings it home. But once again, the good moments in season 1 and season 2 were so good,
exactly.
And the bad moments were so bad.
I did hear Simon Pegg is playing a Balrog in this season.
Okay.
Which is like, he can do crazy voices. Like, he did a really growly, crazy voice in The Force Awakens for that one creature. So he can do it, but it's interesting. Balrogs could talk. They don't talk in the books, but there's no reason they can't because they're Maiar, just like Sauron.
Yeah, they're the equivalent of the wizards.
Yeah, exactly. But we never seen one or read one talk. So, why not? Simon Pegg,
all
sure.
Right. Next up, another series I've got major questions about, Carrie. Mm-hmm. My first note is just, why? Didn't we just do this?
Wasn't there just a movie or TV show?
with Chloe Grace Moretz
Yeah.
not long ago. Is this enough to fill a series?
Like, you're just going to have one season for sure.
Right, because then after that, the schools burns down and everyone's dead.
And she, I guess, goes to jail, I was or dies.
Or maybe like season 2's in like a mental institution or something.
It was all in her head.
So I don't know. I don't need this. I don't need Carrie. I've already gotten it 3 times, basically. We're good.
It feels very unnecessary.
Speaking of very unnecessary, the end of Oak Street with Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway and dinosaurs, I guess.
It seems like something that was a short story that was a cool idea and great as a short story, where basically a neighborhood is suddenly transported to the dinosaur era and like just plopped down in the dinosaur era. Cool, interesting idea, but like a whole movie out of this is what are we doing here? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if the mystery is bigger, like maybe we're only seeing a small snapshot of the movie and it expands. Like maybe this could be really interesting. The why are they there? Aliens, whatever.
Sure.
I think the CG throughout the entire trailer, now who knows its final pass,
Sure.
all looks really subpar.
It's no Jurassic Park.
Really subpar. So I don't know. This is probably gonna be bad.
I mean, it's got big actors, Ewan McGregor and what's her face?
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
So I love Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway. So
I do like both of them, but I don't know if watching Ewan McGregor fight a T-Rex with a sledgehammer is what I want to do, you know?
it's weird. It's weird.
Next up, Neuromancer. Great property and original material. I read it 20 years ago.
Oh, really?
I think
Okay.
like a long time ago. I'm interested to see. So much of it, as I remember it, is very cerebral. And so I'm interested to see how they can translate that to like the thrill of cyber hacking in a movie.
Yeah.
Or like a TV. Like I don't know how they're going to deliver it, but if they pull it off, it could be really cool.
I think how they translated into the trailer was through a headache because it was just flashing lights and my eyes were hurting after watching that trailer.
And you know, they were sort of successful with the same sort of thing in like Ready Player One. So much of Ready Player One, also very cerebral. But then there's things like Ender's Game, which is highly cerebral, and they were like, nah, we don't need to, let's not, why capture the book?
Explosions.
We can just do a thing. So I don't know. It's good base material, but we've seen that screwed up a lot before.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Reacher. Is this anything you've watched?
I have not. It seems like, generic stuff you can put on the TV to watch. As you wrote here, big guy beat him up.
Big guy beat him up.
Yeah.
It's season 3, so they must be, someone's watching it.
It's got high production value. The fight scenes look good in the trailer.
And the guy in the lead, Reacher, I guess, has more comic timing than you would think.
He's
a big dumb guy.
I love watching interviews with him because he's smart. He's funny. He seems like a really nice guy. He's got good politics. I'll put that out there too. And he had that thing recently. I don't know if you saw in the news where...
Oh, the dirt bike thing.
Yeah, he was riding dirt bikes with his teenage sons, and some crazy conservative guy, I guess, was upset with him being in the same neighborhood as him in general, and was like saying, "You're driving around those things too loud." And he literally knocks him off his bike, but he cuts that out of the video. So with the video that he took from his window, his friend was recording, just shows Reacher beating the shit out of him, Alan Richardson. And weirdly, he knocked him off his bike like twice and then was like yelling at him in front of his sons. And then he said, "If you don't stop coming at me, I'm going to hit you." He warned him like 3 times. And I think we talked about this because the whole premise of this show is so funny because everyone always like fucks with him. And it's like, he's 7 foot tall and he's huge.
Yeah. Why would you think that guy is the guy to mess with?
And this little doughy guy in this neighborhood just like totally messing with him and shoving him off his bike. And like, what are you doing? This guy is huge. So he gets beat up. I don't know. Anyways, he's a good guy. He can sing really well.
Maybe I should check out Reacher.
He was an American Idol contestant back in the day. He did pretty well.
He played the body of Leonardo I think Leonardo, maybe Raph,
Yeah, one of the
newer
turtles.
Mutant Turtles, and was the one that was very outspoken about like it was bullshit. It was awful. It was like the most grueling, intense, stupid thing. We were treated very poorly because we weren't like the face. So they didn't give a crap. So his
also
interviews
played-
on Ninja Turtles are also pretty funny.
He was Aquaman on Smallville, and they were going to have a spin-off show that never went anywhere, but he filmed the pilot. It never happened. He's also very open in interviews about how he's like, oh, I'm on growth hormone. I'm on testosterone. Like, that's how I got so big for the show. Like, yeah, I'm not going to lie about that. That's how this happened. You can't do this naturally. Yeah. That's what he said. I was like, good for you, man. Anyways.
So maybe I'll check out Reacher. I don't know what service is on, but you know.
I think it's Prime. Yeah.
Okay, and maybe I'll look at the primes.
Looks fun.
Speaking of doesn't look fun, Ebenezer.
Oh, God.
I literally, you can see my note. Why?
Yeah.
This looks insufferable, guys. I don't know how else to say it.
Terrible.
I'm done with this Johnny Depp, Tim Burton thing. I'm over it.
And it's not even Tim Burton either.
I know, but it's clear. But you look at the styling, the music, the visuals, the Johnny Depp performance.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it is Tim Burton, Johnny Depp. Just someone else is doing it,
and they're even winking at the audience by having a line of Ebenezer saying almost to the camera, "I'm back," and like saying like, you know, Johnny Depp is back now. Like, this is not the movie to come back with, man. This is
not only that, he gets swallowed by a bed like in friggin' Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Like, that's clearly a visual cue. I don't know, guys. Just watch Muppet Christmas Carol again. Like, don't. This looked so bad.
Terrible.
A bunch of people are excited for this. I don't get it because I've never gotten it. Avatar 7 Havens. I don't know. You're an Avatar person, yeah?
I watched it back in the day with an ex-girlfriend, and it was beautiful animation back then. Great story. This animation somehow looks like it's regressed. It doesn't look as good quality as the other ones did 10 years ago, which is strange.
I don't think they were aiming at that. Like, it looks like this was a choice.
I guess
like it was made to be more stylized.
It's
bigger shapes. Probably easier to animate realistically.
It seems like it was it's a sequel too. Like there's actually like more technology in the world. Like it seems like it's supposed to be set farther in the future in the Avatar world, which is interesting. But I never finished the Legend of Korra, which was very good. I just never finished it. It was like in a steampunk era for that world, and now this seems like there's actual like technology mixed in somewhat. But
like industrial kind of.
Yeah, it's not. I'm past that point.
But I'm sure some nerds are very excited. It's just not these nerds.
Yeah, I hope it's good. Hope it's good for them.
Speaking of nerds not being very excited, Neegly.
I think it's Neely is the silent G. Maybe?
Neely? They shouldn't have spelled it that way then.
I agree.
A lady investigator with snark.
Mm-hmm.
Gives off Major House vibes.
It's in the Reacher universe too, because it's like a spinoff from Reacher.
Maybe I'll watch that and figure out who that lady is. I don't care about this. You know, maybe once I watch Reacher, I'll care.
Yeah, maybe I'll know who she is, and then it'll matter more.
But I don't care about a super lady detective.
Maybe Reacher fans are going crazy for it.
This has been done a lot. Yeah, true. Someone asked for this show.
Not always.
There's probably an executive that was like, money, please.
Money, please.
But yeah, so I guess Neely, go watch it. All right. This is one I'm genuinely excited for, only because it's had so much turbulence as a movie and has been caught in limbo for so long. Coyote versus Acme.
Mm-hmm. We reviewed a trailer
Cautiously
for it
optimistic, level forte. Once again, it just took so long to get it to the screen that I hope it's worth the wait.
It looked really funny from the trailer, so I'm excited about it.
Yeah, really self-aware. a way to meld it into our world that isn't, space jammy.
Yeah, because it's almost a little bit more adult humor in it too, which is great. Like, and also shows off John Cena's comedic chops again, because that scene with him and Tweety Bird was hilarious. I was laughing a lot of that. Like, I thought I saw a tootie tat. He's like, "What you taught you tea? What you taught you?" I can't even reproduce what he said. He was like saying exactly how Tweety Bird was saying it. It was hilarious. I don't know. You have to watch it. It's fun.
Well, it has to make up for Matchbox.
Yes,
so.
it does.
All right, next one, Yaga. It's cool to see the exploration of a very open-ended mythological character, because Baba Yaga, or the sort of mother witch, does exist in multiple folklores. So I think it gives them a lot of latitude to tell a lot of different stories.
Mm-hmm.
A mythical character that a lot of different people identify with or have some knowledge of. This is actually, at the very least, I think someone had a good idea here.
Very sexy looking show. A lot of nudity implied in this trailer.
A lot of sexy Yagas running around.
Is this a movie or a TV show? I couldn't tell.
I thought it was a TV show, but maybe I'm wrong.
Probably a TV show. Yeah, a lot going on.
A lot going on. Story of Baba Yaga, the Mother Witch.
Trinity's in it from Matrix.
Yeah, Trinity from Matrix is there. So I don't know. I'm kind of excited, but I need to see more, I think.
Same here.
The next one, Stewart fails to save the universe. I hate Big Bang Theory. I hate it so much. But for whatever reason, this actually intrigues me, despite the fact that I have no investment in any of these characters or this universe.
See, I was in the same boat with, I watched this with the same ex back in the day, Big Bang Theory, when it was on TV. And I was like, this is just like, I think we talked about nerd blackface. It was like making fun of nerds, but not really in a way that was laughing with them. It was weird. But then I got to watch it again through my wife's eyes, and she sees something else in it than my ex did, and it made me appreciate the show more for the good moments in it. But I still had that in the back of my mind. It's like, this is just not really hitting exactly the way it should be. And I never watched Young Sheldon. I had no interest whatsoever. But this, it looks fun, like a fun romp. I like all the actors, and they're all great comedic actors. They do little things in different shows.
And a lot of them are like working actors who have been at it for years. So to see them, the guy I'm assuming playing Stewart, I literally don't even know their names.
That's Stewart.
has been a working comedic actor for 30 years.
And Brian Posehn and the female actress, she's been in tons of stuff and always playing nerdy characters.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll check this out, despite the fact that I have never really watched a full episode of Big Bang Theory. I've got to turn it off because my eyes are going to aneurysm from rolling. I can't do it.
You probably won't need to know anything. It'll be great.
Yeah. And so that's what makes it a little attractive. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I don't know. I didn't need the new show. A lot of people that are fans of the books really dig it. I tried, and I'm like, I don't need another one of these so quick.
Is this the same show, or is this a new movie? What is this? I don't even know what it is.
This is the show that Disney did. I think this is the 3rd season.
Oh. The
which
CGI
is separate
looks
from
terrible
the movies
in the trailer.
that came out really not long ago.
I remember the movies, but like he was holding up the like Atlas, he was holding up the globe, and the CGI looked awful. I was like, what is this? Is this even a trailer? What's happening now? And I was like, oh, this is from Disney? That looked really bad. So I was confused.
That being said, I love the Percy Jackson books. I recommend them. I learned more Greek mythology from the Percy Jackson books than I did at any point in school.
Nice.
So highly recommend the books. I just don't know I need another entry so fast after the movies.
Nah.
All right, we're down to the last few. This one, not new, but the re-release of Transformers the movie. Looks like digitized, and they've cleaned everything up, and THX sound or whatever. This might be cool to take my kids to.
And they hinted at a new scene at the end, or like a new addition.
Yeah, where Optimus is alive,
right?
Which is like something that fans have been mad about. There's a whole episode of the Goldbergs on it where Adam goes to see, the main character goes to see it, and he's gonna come back, and they wait till after the end credits, and he's gonna come back, there's gonna be a scene. And then he equates it to his own grandfather's aging and death. It's a real good episode. So, you know, this could be something to take the kids to.
Yeah. Some nostalgia.
You know? It is one of the most brilliant cash grabs in all of cinematic history.
This is?
Because, so Transformers, they sold all these toys. But they only had the cartoon, and they couldn't just keep introducing new characters. Like, it was just impossible to just keep up with the animation of just constantly making new characters. And so they're like, well, we need a reset button. And so they make this movie, and they kill all the main characters in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Like, all the Transformers kids know died right in the beginning. And so they introduced all these new characters basically so they could make all these new toys.
Wow.
It was literally so they could refresh the toy line. They started the movie by murdering everyone.
Wow. It's dark.
It's incredible.
Capitalism.
All right. And then finally, do you have any Dark Matter? Do you have any knowledge of this show?
Well, what's weird is I watched
a
whole show called Dark Matter on the Sci-Fi Channel about 10 years ago, and it was great. It was about these space marines or space mercenaries. And now there's like a whole other show now called Dark Matter. Like, there was no copyright problems there. Kind of weird. But this is like an Apple show, I think.
Yeah, that's
never heard
right.
of it.
Yeah, Apple TV Plus. It's got Jennifer Connelly.
I love Jennifer Connelly.
And was it Taron Egerton?
Yeah.
He's a guy.
He's Uncle Ben or
Joel Egerton. There we go.
Joel Egerton.
So I don't know. I don't know anything about this show.
No,
there must be someone excited for it.
There's some kind of cube that goes to different universes, and you jump in the cube.
But different versions of yourself are hunting you.
Yeah. It looks interesting. I just didn't know it existed.
Look, I think the big takeaway here is that Jennifer Connelly is still a smoke show.
Oh my gosh. I've always had healthy
just like
crush
her
on
and Jessica Biel. Smoke shows.
I forgot or didn't know that Jennifer Connelly was married to Vision, Paul Bettany.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him indeed. Marrying up.
Pasty British man. Well, I think that brings us to the end of at least this roundup. The video I watched, at least, as I said, a bunch of trailers dropped sort of after the fact, but if anything, that'll give us things to talk about in the episodes to come.
And if we missed anything or if you disagree with our opinions, feel free to write in or comment and let us know how wrong or right we are. We appreciate it.
Yeah, or let us know that you're also underwhelmed by Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
Well, with that takes us to some radical recommend.
Recommend.
If you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up.
What do you recommend I do?
I recommend Pleasant.
All right. So my two recommends this week are two games that I ended up playing over my vacation because we had a lot of time in the cabin with the family and we're looking for things to do. And that is 5 Minute Dungeon and Wormspan. Have you heard of either of these, Jeremy?
Are they so board games?
Yeah, board game. Well, kind of. 5 Minute Dungeon is more of a card game, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I haven't heard of them. I think Wormspan.
So 5 Minute Dungeon, what I'll tell you is that my 6-year-old can play it.
Nice.
But it's fun. But the idea is that there are 5 different classes that each have a deck of cards that have one of 5 colors or special cards, depending on the class. So like Wizard has a special ability and Barbarian has a special ability. You build a dungeon out of cards that consists of either people, monsters, or obstacles. And you as a team have to collectively work to beat these obstacles, monsters, or persons, or players, or characters, rather. I don't know. Yeah, it's fully cooperative. It's kind of like Battle Uno is sort of the way I've described it. And the whole shtick, though, is that you start a 5-minute timer and you're racing against that timer. So the first time you're doing a dungeon, it's only 20 cards. you beat that boss at the end, you go and the next one's 25 cards. And it's pretty easy until you get to like 35 cards. And then you're really pushing the clock and you're really pushing resources and you're running out of cards and then, you know, we've only beaten the full thing one time. So 5-minute dungeon, highly recommend. Great for all ages, like truly great for all ages because the 5-minute timer is like the great equalizer.
Mm.
And the other one is Wormspan. I think I've talked about Wingspan on here before.
That's what I remember hearing about. Yeah.
Engine builder point game. I've heard for a long time that Wormspan is sort of the better version of it. In the nerd community, it's sort of widely agreed on. Anna got it for me for my birthday. We finally took it and played it. And I love Wingspan. Wormspan it meets all the hype. It is just the same concept, much better delivered. They clearly learned a lot of lessons and a lot of takeaways from sort of the downfalls of Wingspan. It's a little bit clunky. It's slow. It's too reliant on different players doing different things. So it really slows down the play. Wormspan streamlines all that shit, while still keeping the same feel. I loved it. If you love a more technical board game with a group of 4 or 5, it does take sort of a minimum of an hour and a half to 2 hours to play.
Wow.
And that's if everyone really knows what they're doing. Know that like, if you're learning, you're going to have a fun 2.5 to 3 hours the first time, but it really is a fun game with a little bit of something for everyone.
This is not for the 6-year-old though.
No. But like Joyce, my 9-year-old, she can do it.
Nice.
She plays just fine. Lucy, my 13-year-old niece, picked it up immediately. It was incredible how fast she picked it up. So not a huge age threshold. Highly recommend Wormspan. Just know you're in for a game.
I can't wait till my kids are old enough to be playing board games. That'd be great.
Yeah. You got to start with Uno.
Yeah.
Then you get colors and numbers.
Oh yeah, it's true.
It's real good. It's real good. All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end of this very special 250th episode of A Play on Nerds.
Hell yeah.
How crazy is that? Halfway to 500.
That's our goal.
Well, coming up, we're in sort of the late season of summer blockbusters, and with it is coming some stuff that didn't quite make the main summer slate. Among them, one of the new masters of horror, Eli Roth, is bringing back a truly classic horror film. The Ice Cream Man.
You all heard about it. You're all asking for it.
Terror coming your way. But most people don't know that originally Ice Cream Man came out in 1995 and starred no other than Tranya Swilling, Clint Howard.
Love the Star Trek callback.
For our Star Trek fans out there. So we're going to be talking about the true 1995 horror classic starring just a Muppety caveman looking man, Clint Howard. Ice Cream Man, 95.
I just wanted to pull up with the ice cream truck and go, Tranya!
Tranya! All of that and more next time on episode 251. Come on back and be our nerdy audience for another 250 episodes. And we'll keep on coming back and being your nerdy co-hosts if we live long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks again, Internet.
Stay nerdy, my friends.
Thanks for listening to A Play on Nerds. Feel free to email feedback at aplayonnerds.com with all your questions or comments.
Shoot us a message on Facebook or Twitter and earn yourself a sweet shout out on the show.
Review us on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts so even more nerds can find us. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, we aren't picky.
Check out our entire back catalog and other offerings at aplayonnerds.com.
And how?